Well, they're the most memorable TV programs of our time, the comedies and dramas that generations of Australians wouldn't miss. But when does a show become not just great, but a true classic? Often it depends on how it ends.
I have no idea how to do this.
You just say goodbye.
Baby, it's over.
I'm getting out of here.
It's over.
I'm off.
When you're watching your favourite TV show, you want them all to live happily ever after.
They're our favourite TV shows, but all good things must come to an end.
This is harder than I thought it would be.
Carrie, you're the one.
It's just that some endings are better than others.
I will never forgive Roseanne Barr. I loved that show so much, and then she wrecked it in Series 9. How dare she?
Shut up!
Look, I was the most disappointed by the ending of The Sopranos. I mean, a serving of onion rings. I mean, come on, tell me what's happening to Tony Soprano.
It was a smash hit series about a gangster and his family. But when the end came for The Sopranos, we weren't quite sure what happened to Tony.
Isn't that what you said one time? Try and remember the times that were good?
I did. It's a restaurant scene, very kind of happy and friendly, food bringing people together as it does in The Sopranos. The door opens, a guy comes in, they all look up, the screen goes to black. And you never find out, really, whether he was shot or whether the point is that life goes on, even among the criminal classes.
I wanted to know what happened, so I was disappointed. But a lot of other fans liked it.
Entertainment reporter Andrew Mercado says it's not the first time fans have been left hanging by a TV finale. Remember JR from Dallas?
Oh my God.
Look, the Dallas ending was an absolute bust. It ended with a cliffhanger. Had JR killed himself with a gun? We had to wait a few years till the inevitable reunion movie came along to find out, of course, he was still alive. But seriously, after 14 years, they could have had better closure than that.
What would we do, baby?
But there have been plenty of happy endings.
Love you guys.
A family hug to finish family ties. Richie Cunningham came back to see Joni and Chachi get married in the final episode of Happy Days.
So thank you all for being part of our family. To Happy Days.
And after 10 years on our screens, those 20-something friends finally went their separate ways.
Okay, should we get some coffee?
Sure. Where?
The ending of Friends was great because it addressed the most long-standing issue in the show. Does Ross love Rachel? Yes, he does, and they ended up happily ever after, and that's what the fans wanted in that last episode. Well, Sex and the City, the TV show, had a great ending. Carrie decided to leave Paris, come back to New York to be with Big, be with all her friends. That's the way it should have been.
That's just fabulous.
So if we talk about series finales, which were the ones that you absolutely loved?
Richard Glover from ABC Radio has been polling his listeners and reckons the worst ending of all was Roseanne.
You had an extra $50. What would you blow it on?
Buy new kids.
In the final series, the Connors, an ordinary family of battlers, win lotto. But in the final episode, it's revealed the entire series was all just a dream.
In some ways, they pull the rug out from under the audience, and they make you feel foolish for having been emotionally and humorously connected with this family over all these years.
Well, it's only a year. That's not so bad. We'll be out in a year.
Another controversial ending was Seinfeld. Plenty of fans weren't happy that one of the most successful sitcoms finished with all the main characters going to jail.
Look, I quite like the ending of Seinfeld, but a lot of fans hated it that they all ended up in jail and they were being really nasty and hadn't learnt any life lessons.
The second button is the key button. It literally makes or breaks the...
Now start lashing those poles together with that vine.
In case you're wondering whatever happened to that colourful collection of castaways, well, no, they didn't get off the island because the show was unexpectedly cancelled by the network.
Gilligan's Island never did have a proper ending, but it drove fans crazy for so long that 15 years later they made the TV movie Rescue from Gilligan's Island, because it was kind of important that those people got rescued from that island.
I'm the luckiest son of a bitch on earth.
It was an understated but poignant end to Cheers.
Sorry, we're closed.
As Ted Danson's character Sam turned off the lights and walked out of the bar for the last time. Richard Glover's favourite ending was Rowan Atkinson's Blackadder. The final series made us laugh about World War I.
We've been sitting here since Christmas 1914, during which millions of men have died, and we've advanced no further than an asthmatic ant with some heavy shopping.
Then, in the last moments of the last episode, they go up out of the trenches and it suddenly becomes amazingly poignant because you realise they're all going to die.
Good luck, everyone.
You've been laughing about the First World War for all the episodes of the series, and then suddenly the horror of it, bang, is there.
Andrew Mercado believes one of the most powerful endings was 6 Feet Under.
Because the show was all about death, they wanted to explain how every one of those regular characters was going to die in the future. It was heartbreaking, but wow.
There have been plenty of Australian shows with big finishes too. And Number 96 went out with a curtain call of all the actors who'd been on the show over its 5-year run.
Enjoying this, aren't you?
But Andrew Mercado reckons the best ending to an Aussie TV show was Prisoner.
You've got the freak, the crooked prison guard that has been so bad throughout the whole series, and in the last episode the prisoner set her up and she gets put into jail with all of them. There is no more satisfying end to the end of Prisoner.
But all these years later, the biggest and arguably the best ending of all is MASH.
Goodbye, everybody.
I'll never forget you.
It was the most watched television program in history, with more than 106 million Americans tuning in to see the members of the 407th, one by one, say goodbye, farewell, and amen.
Miss you. I'll miss you a lot.
And I think everybody shed a tear when Hawkeye looked out that helicopter and saw the words goodbye written on the ground there. Great ending.